Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning forever. Come on, you can do better than that. There's over 3,000 of you in the room. Good morning forever. Wow, you go for miles down this way and miles down that way. If you're in the very far seats over there, give us a wave. We'll be supplying you with free heat lotion later on in the day because you'll be looking that way with a crick in your neck. And if you're over that way, on the end, give us a wave from over there. You're all very welcome. I hope with the big screens, you're going to be able to see what's going on. A big welcome to you all to our Success Day, which is part of our big event weekend. Over 3,000 of us here today to celebrate the success of Forever. Who was with us yesterday? Wow, I had a feeling you'd all be hungover and in bed and not able to be with us. It's great to see so many of you here. Did you have fun yesterday? Good. Well, we have a star-studded lineup for you today. We've got some great training for you today, some amazing recognition for you today, and we definitely have got some really special guests for you today that I'm going to introduce to you in a minute. Firstly, I'd like to give you a quick glimpse of what happened yesterday. This is part of a 3-day event for us. Yesterday we had all of our newly qualified managers in the room from Ireland and also from the UK. So, if you're a newly qualified manager for Ireland with us, would you like to stand up? Because we'd love to recognize you to start the day. My good friends, congratulations on being with us. You can buy us all a pint of Guinness later on. Okay, all of the newly qualified UK managers that were with us yesterday, would you like to stand? Whoa! Congratulations to all of you. It's amazing that we had so many people yesterday, about 800 managers qualified to be with us for the whole weekend, all expenses paid, and we had a great day, and then we had an amazing evening. Now, I have a little bit of footage of the day, but I didn't dare show any of the footage from the evening. I think I'm still in counseling. Some of the things I saw, I shouldn't have seen. Anyway, let's have a look what happened in the day. Roll the VT, guys. A little insight into what happened before it all took a terrible left turn. If you're in the room yesterday in the day, I hope you agree with me. We had some brilliant training from our speakers. Please show our appreciation for anybody who trained yesterday and spoke for us. Thank you. So yesterday evening was supposed to be a rather low-key social. The idea was we were in teams, we had a very nice dinner, we had round tables, we were all in teams, and the idea was you collected a plastic box in which was a masquerade ball mask, which is the theme of our evening this evening, but I can promise you it will be much more refined this evening. And the idea was you had to nominate somebody on your table to be the model, and you had to make up a masquerade mask, you could decorate it, and then there were other articles in the box like we spared no expense, actually. There was bubble wrap, there was all sorts of ragtag material, there was flawless makeup, and the idea was they actually had to dress up their model, and the model paraded down this catwalk, and there was some judges. I was one of them, unfortunately, and we had to score. Now, somebody during the whole introduction of this exercise mentioned that if it was a man that volunteered on the table, you would get more points. Very bad move on our part, because of the 25 models that we only had 3 ladies, but there were many more than 3 that I saw wearing high heels and makeup. And I just want to say to any of you boys that were on stage yesterday, it was wrong at every level, right? I saw things, well, I can't tell you, but I have to say it was a brilliant night, joking aside. So thank you very much for joining in the spirit of it and making it a great weekend. Who is in the room for the first time today? Who are our guests today? Okay, I'd love you to stand up because we'd like a look at you too. Lots of you. Yeah, over there, well done. Thank you for being with us. We very much appreciate you giving up a Saturday to be with us. You are joining us on a special day, and today you can get to meet everybody behind the scenes in what is an amazing organization. I'm going to share with you in a few minutes a little bit about our story, but before I do that, I'd like to introduce some of the people who are our key guests in the room today. Please make them very welcome. Firstly, we have from Switzerland, one of our leading distributors, a global leadership team member, which means that he does over 7,500 case credits. We have a GLT member here in the UK as well, John Curtis and Jane Leach. But please welcome Dietmar Reichel. Where are you, Dietmar? Aha, there. Thank goodness you're tall. Thank you for being with us today. We have from Forever Scandinavia 2 of the team members there from the office, Victor and Anna. Where are you guys? Thank you for being with us. And then from the Home Office, our head office in the USA, we're really privileged to have 4 people from the Home Office today. I'd like to ask them to join me on stage. Would you please give a warm welcome firstly to Dan Schwartz, our head of distributor support and development. Dan, thank you for being with us. Please welcome Ryan Palmer, area sales developer for California. Ryan, thank you for being with us. And our 2 very, very special guests. My boss, VP for Europe and Marketing, Senior Vice President Aidan O'Hare is in the house. I was so glad he didn't arrive in time for last night, I have to say, but great to see you here today, Aidan. Finally, our last guest, our president of Forever Living Products, Mr. Greg Morn. Thank you guys for being with us. Yeah. And finally, you heard from this guy yesterday. He did a brilliant Q&A slot, heading our manufacturing and product development, Steve Hatchett. Sorry, Steve. Didn't mean to forget you. Let's welcome these guys. Thank you guys very much for being with us. Thanks, Greg. So, it's a little like Forever's version of the Oscars, I think, isn't it? So many star-studded people backstage there, and you're going to hear from all of them today. So if you are here for the first time, it's a great opportunity for you to get an insight into what is an amazing company. And I'd like to share with you in the next few minutes a brief overview of the Forever story. If I could have the first slide, guys. We call it a remarkable company because over the years, it's changed the lives of literally hundreds of thousands of people. And I'd encourage you, if you're here for the first time today, just to look around the room at the diverse group of ages, backgrounds, people from all walks of life in our room. And that's very, very representative of our distributor base. During the course of the year across this stage, we recognize people from the age of 18 right the way through to people in their older years. There's 3 of you in the room. That's excellent. I don't know. I remember once on this stage recognizing a guy aged 93 who joined as a Forever distributor aged 91 and a half. I can't remember his name. I think it was Morris. And Morris said to me, Bob, if ever you retell my story, and I have many, many times because I think it's an amazing story, he said, always remember the half because when you get to 91, it's very important. As indeed it is. Not the normal age you'd think of becoming an entrepreneur, but an illustration of the fact it doesn't matter where you've come from, it's about where you want to get to in terms of becoming a Forever distributor. You're going to hear a little bit about our story today in terms of our history. 36 years in business, from humble beginnings in Phoenix, Arizona. We're now a global organization operating in over 150 countries across the world. On the slide now, just gone actually, was our head office in Phoenix. This is a shot of our distribution center in Rotterdam. What that means to anyone who becomes a distributor is that they have an opportunity to build a truly international business. Of course, you decide that. As a distributor, you're an independent business owner. You can choose just to do business in a small way, if you wish, in your hometown, or you could build a national business or indeed an international business. And there are many, many people in this room today that receive checks from different countries around the world. Sometimes they've not even visited those countries. But as a result of talking to somebody who knew somebody else, they became part of their team and part of the Forever Global family. We're still privately owned. We're a family business, which I really like. I like it because we're not owned by a bank or a financial institution. I like it because the owners have a very clear vision of where we want to be in the future, and that is providing opportunities to people all around the world to enjoy better health and at the same time perhaps to create some wealth for themselves as well. We're stable. We're cash rich. We're debt free. Year on year, we continue to grow. We have a sizable asset base of property which underpins our business. And for me, when I looked at this business nearly 20 years ago, that spelt security. Many of our distributors start on a part-time basis, and that's what I love about our business too. You could start this without compromising what you're doing at the moment in terms of your job. You can build it in the nooks and crannies of your life. What I know is that many people do that, and in a relatively short period of time, often they find themselves in a position where they're creating more money from their part-time business than they are from their full-time jobs. And very regularly I get calls from distributors to say, "Great day for me today, Bob. I told the boss I couldn't afford him anymore." That's the opportunity that you get when you work for yourself. You can be in control of your financial future. In the UK, on the slide there, you can see that last year we turned over 50 million at retail values. I'm very pleased to tell you that so far this year we've grown by 60%. Yeah, give yourselves a round of applause. There can't be that many companies that could boast that sort of growth. So we've been trading here since '93, so we're on the map in terms of the years that we've been here. We're on the map in terms of our financial stability and our turnover. But what I know from traveling around the country every month is that there are more people who don't know about us than do know about us. And in our manager training sessions yesterday, we were talking about the fact that in the UK and in fact in Ireland were still the best kept secret. Meaning that if you're here for the first time, wondering whether to get started or whether you're just starting on your forever journey, this, in my opinion, is still a ground floor opportunity. I truly believe that there are people who haven't even heard of Forever Living yet, who in the future will join Forever and turn into some of our most successful distributors. So don't be put off by the fact there's 3,500 of us here today. Be encouraged by that, because what it means when you start on your forever journey is that there are lots and lots of people around you who know how to build a forever business. And so you're coached and mentored every step of the way. And I believe that's why people join us from all backgrounds and they're still able to be successful. There's a huge infrastructure in place to help you achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. You're going to be your own boss. When you look in the mirror in the morning, you're going to be looking at the boss. Scary some mornings, but liberating most. To be truly in control of your financial future is a great place to be. There are many reasons for our success, but to share with you just a few of them. The first one is we are in the right marketplace. Today we're going to launch some more phenomenal products that will help us get even greater penetration into those marketplaces. In the UK and across most of Europe, we're working with an aging population, which for us as a business is good news, because people are living longer, but they still want to lead healthy lives. We are, as a nation, much more aware than we were even a decade ago about what's good for us and what's bad for us when it comes to the things that we do. Most people understand that we can influence our health by some of the decisions that we make, whether we take enough exercise, drink enough water, stop smoking cigarettes, don't drink so much alcohol. You notice I said don't drink so much. I didn't say quit drinking alcohol, did I? So we're more aware, and that for us has meant that more and more people are looking for the sort of products that we have that will make them look good and feel good. And there's a real boom in this industry. Just open any daily paper today and you'll see some reference to our health. It's a mainstream industry that we're involved with. I'll share with you here some of the amounts of money that are spent currently in some of those sectors, and today we're very much going to be focused on our sport nutrition range, launching our Fit 1 and Fit 2 programs, which are out in the hall for you to access later on today. It's a massive marketplace. Just sports nutrition alone worth 90 million a year and growing rapidly. Wouldn't you like just a fraction of that? Well, as a Forever distributor, you can gain that access by having access to a brilliant range of products, cutting-edge products. You're going to hear from Steve Hatchett later on today about the time, effort that goes into resourcing the right ingredients, making sure they're manufactured correctly. There's the beauty sector. 8.4 billion currently spent. One of the most rapidly growing areas of the skincare, well-being, beauty section is the men's section. We saw that last night. Many of you were very comfortable putting on skincare and makeup. Now, joking aside, that's one of the most rapidly growing areas. Vitamins and supplements. More and more people recognizing now, we have fast-paced lives. It's hard sometimes to eat I don't know how many it is, 5, 7, 9 portions of fruit and veg that you need each day when you lead a fast-paced life. And so people recognizing now that maybe they need to supplement their diet in order to get the right nutrition and feel better. So just a little insight into the size of the marketplace. And here we are as world leaders in the development of products from the aloe vera plant, extending now into nutritional supplements, many, many different sectors that you can access. For me, the biggest statement I think we make about our products is the fact that as distributors we can offer an unconditional 60-day money-back guarantee to all of our customers. That means it's really, really comfortable to introduce any of our products to people that you know, or indeed people that you don't know. They can try all of our product, drink the whole bottle, rub on the whole tube, and if they don't like it, they can bring it back and get a full refund of their money. Not many companies, well, to my knowledge, nobody offers that sort of guarantee, and yet we get next to no product that comes back. What we get is people coming back, and very, very often coming back with, can you give me some for my friend, my relative, my next door neighbor? This is a word of mouth business, and that's probably the most powerful method of marketing any product. I would guess there'd be a large percentage of people in the room today who joined us Forever Distributors having firstly been a customer, enjoyed the benefit of our product and started to talk about it. Is there anybody fits that category in the room today? Okay, maybe you guys could just stand up so that our guests can see how many people were positively influenced by the product, so much so that they joined the business. That's a big group. Thank you. So the products absolutely work, and if you're here for the first time today, I would encourage you to try the product. You know, when you start to feel better, when you're healthier, when you have more energy, you feel good, other people spot that, and that's a great starting point for building your forever business. The second driver to our business, I believe, is the fact that we market our products exclusively through our independent distributors, independent business owners. More and more people out there now, I think, are worried about their financial future. Since 2008 in particular, I think with the banking crisis, many people perhaps who felt that they were in steady employment, had a job for life, or were valued by the firm that they work for or worked for, may now feel differently about that. If you couple that with the increased pressure that I think is on most employees now, you know you have to compete to keep your job. There are lots of people who would love your job. Employers often now not giving the pay rises or the bonuses that perhaps they did a few years ago. That's causing more and more people to go look for alternative ways of being able to provide for their families. And we're seeing that as a business. More and more people, month in, month out, coming to us saying, show me how I can have more security over my financial future. Show me how I can get a better work-life balance. It was really interesting yesterday hearing some of the stories from some of the managers and some of the leaders who were building their business just in the last year. New managers in our room yesterday. One girl in particular stuck in my mind to say that she was struggling for money a year ago, and she started in Forever, was making an extra £500 a month, which was significant for her as an additional income, but now a year later she's making £6,000 a month. You know, try going, who's got a job? Okay, we can probably fix that over a period of time, but anyway. Imagine going into your boss next week and saying, you know, boss, I'm one of your best employees. I'm here early every morning. I really work hard. You know, I go the extra mile. What's the chance of having a 50% increase in my wages next year? Are you optimistic about the outcome, or? Probably not. When you work for yourself, when you're an independent distributor, when you know how to build a forever business, that's the sort of flexibility you can have over your income. You know what to do, you just need to do a bit more of it, and your income grows. So more and more people now recognizing there's great value in being their own boss, and here's a business that you can access with no capital investment, no staff, no stock, no premises. You can do it on a part-time basis without compromising what you're doing. And so our method of marketing is growing globally, not just within Forever, but also outside of Forever. We're part of the Direct Selling Association, and our industry now spanning Europe. You can see some of the figures on the screen in a second. It's growing rapidly. More and more companies now deciding to market their products direct to the consumer via independent business owners or distributors. 20 billion euros of products or services sold just in the European arena by DSA companies. 2 billion here in the UK, and around about 500,000 direct sellers across the UK and Ireland. And I share these statistics with you because I know from speaking to guests every single week that come to our office, Longbridge Manor in Warwick, many of you are or were completely unaware of the size of our industry. It's big, and it's growing bigger every single year, so you'll be part of an established family of people who already do this. Now, we recognize that most people joining us have not done anything like this before, and you might be thinking, well, what do I need to know? Can I do this? And so we invest very heavily in support and training in events like this, our Success Day, which I think have run 8 this year during the course of the year. On a local basis, there are meetings going on the length and breadth of the country that you can access, and our training has been recognized by outside organizations. We're very, very proud to hold the IIP seal, which we've done for 12 years now. Many of you, I'm sure, will be familiar with Investor in People, a government body that was set up to evaluate and accredit companies that had robust, competent training. We're a gold member, which is the highest accolade that you can get. We're active members of the Direct Selling Association, and we've received many accolades from them too. And I share that with you not to be boastful about how good we are, but more to say you'll be safe. If you join Forever, you've got access to the information that you need. We've got websites, we've got literature, we've got DVDs. But most importantly, you're introduced to Forever by somebody called your sponsor. And if it happens your sponsor is new into Forever, they will have been sponsored by somebody. Somewhere in your upline will be somebody who's got a huge amount of expertise in building the business that you've just joined. And that should give you a great deal of comfort, because it means you have a professional mentor with you from day one. All you need to do is listen and apply what you've been told. I encourage you today, as we go through the recognition slots, if you're new in the room, to look at the diverse range of people who are building Forever businesses and listen very carefully to the stories that they tell. And I am confident that whatever your background, walk of life, or profession is now, you'll see or hear somebody just like you. So if they can do it, and you're feeling at that crossroads where you think you'd like to change your life, you're ready for that and ready to take some action to do that, then why not you, and why not now? We have some teams of people within the room that help us as an organization make sure that our trainings are cutting edge, that they're relevant. And, it's important for us to engage with the groups that we do, because as a head office team, we're here to support you, but you are the guys building the business. And the first group of people I'd like to introduce you to are a group that we met with yesterday morning. We had our VIP session. These are our leading distributors across the UK. We've also got our Irish VIPs in the room today as well, so maybe they could stand at the same time. So this is a group of people who are already at the coalface building big businesses that we engage with on a regular basis, and all of our trainings and support material starts with these guys. So if I could ask our VIP to stand, our VIP committee firstly, our leadership team. Yes, John, it's you. And then the bigger group of VIPs, which are our Eagles, our ADDs, our advisory boards, our top distributors. If you could stand, please. Thank you for the great job that you do in supporting us. We're also very fortunate to have an advisory board. These guys and girls have been instrumental in educating us on how best to use our products and giving us a sense of the power of the product range. So also in the room today we have Dr. Peter Atherton, our resident GP. Peter's the author of 3 books. If you've already joined Forever and come into Forever by way of our starter pack, our NDP pack, Peter's book is in that. It's a great insight into the power of aloe. There's some great stories in there. Peter's personal experience of how aloe is a key component in keeping us healthy. So Peter, I've seen you in the room somewhere. If you could stand and give us a wave. It's such a big room. There you are. Thank you, Peter. Our products also work brilliantly on animals, and in the UK, and also my great friends from Ireland were doing great business in the animal world, particularly the horse world. many owners now wanting to look after their animals in a safe, natural way, and helping us develop that market has been a great resource for us is our resident vet, David Urch. Davey, give us a stand. Thank you. Next on our screen there we have Dawn Parker. Dawn is our resident nutritionist and skincare specialist. 20 years in the beauty industry before she joined Forever Living. Dawn's training is always one of the most popular that we put on around the country. So Dawn, thank you for the great job that you do too. And finally on the list there, assisting our advisory board all around the country, we have Louise Riley, who has been our flawless specialist for a long time and latterly has helped us develop the sports world with the sports nutrition training. So Louise, where are you? Let's recognize Louise. There you are. So if you're new to the business, just getting started, I would encourage you to come and take a look at the advisory board trainings. They're held on a very regular basis at Longbridge Manor and in other locations around the country. Supporting different areas of the country, we have our ADDs, a little like the advisory board. The advisory board are all established, successful distributors, as are our ADDs. And wherever you are in the country, if you just look on the map of Forever Knowledge, you'll see whether there's an ADD in your area. You'll also find out what other trainings and meetings are going on in your area. But I'd like to recognise the ADDs for the great job that they do in supporting distributors the length and breadth of the country. Thank you, guys. So I guess what I'm illustrating is if you're new in the room and thinking, you know, will I get the support and help that I need in order to get started, it is there for you. It's all available. People with a huge amount of expertise, both on the products and also on how to build an independent distributor business. And I would encourage you to look seriously at this opportunity, and I'm sure during the course of the day we're going to be able to demonstrate to you that this is a business that's honest, it's ethical, it's in the right place at the right time, and most importantly, it's changing lives. And I know that the people coming on stage today will be very excited and very proud of their achievements, but I also know there'll be probably a bigger group of people in the audience who are even more proud. And they'll be the people who first introduce that person to the business. And I see it at success days, and I can understand it's daunting to come on this stage, and I see people come on stage for their early recognitions, and very often they're happy to have a picture taken, but then after that they don't want to give me any eye contact in case I give them a microphone to tell their story. And they'll look anywhere except at me. What I notice, however, is as they move up the marketing plan, not only do they want the microphone, but I can't get the microphone back off them. So I know we grow people. And again, very interestingly yesterday, and very typically yesterday, from the stories that we had from the manager training day, many people referenced to the fact that apart from the money, which is great, what Forever had also allowed them to do was grow as a person, to have more confidence, to have more belief. And you know, that has to be a really positive outcome. And that absolutely makes each and every one of us that was responsible for the sponsoring of that person really proud. So this is a fantastic business to belong to. It's still got great potential, great untapped potential. It's secure. You get lots of rewards. You're going to see insights later on today to a trip that many of my colleagues in the room recently took to Lake Tahoe. Who was in Lake Tahoe? Yeah? I heard you changed the weather in Lake Tahoe. You know, Aidan will tell you backstage, he was telling me he was playing golf earlier on in the week in his shorts. And then the UK and Irish group arrived, and what happened? It snowed. Joking aside, there are lots of opportunities to get rewards in Forever, international trips, a great sense of camaraderie, and absolutely an opportunity for everyone.